Hello. Okay. A little on racism. It's like always a big deal, and it's sure taking humans a long time to get over racism. Oh my freaking hell. Would we just get over it? It's actually not even that hard, Like Haile Selassie said, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. You have beautiful eyes. It's okay to have beautiful black skin, beautiful Hispanic skin. But if it means, if it becomes this racist thing where you're this kind of person and that. So another one of Bob's classic lyrics is he says, at the end of the song Rat Race, he says, you've got the dog race, you've got the human race, you've got the dog race, you've got the horse race, you've got the human race. But this here's a rat race. Okay, racism. Like not enough people are hearing that word. Ism means the belief in, right? Racism means the belief in a race. So when you fill out that job application and it says, what race are you? And you're like, well, and you have the option to just check that you don't want to answer it. Don't answer the damn question. It's none of their fucking business. Who cares if they're a bunch of neo-Nazis? Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Why am I talking to neo-Nazis? Why are you guys being neo-Nazis? Don't ask me what race I am. Fuck you. No, colorblind. Get with the concepts, the higher concepts, everybody. So like this what happened in Minneapolis, where the police officer choked the black man that wasn't even really doing anything. It was racism. He was being racist. But racism is kind of like abuse, like in a family when families can just have generation after generation of abuse in it. And until somebody in that family stops that chain, it's just going to keep going, So that's all of us. Racism is abuse, We don't believe in race. We're not racist, so we don't believe in that. We don't design our philosophies and our profiles based on race. We just say no, just like the difference between right and wrong. We don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't care what color that person's skin is. That's ignorant. You don't know whether they're a good person or a bad person, a talented person. But only black people can dance. Only black people can dance. Only black people can sing that way and do hip hop and stuff and like, don't do that, you're white, you can't do that. And like, oh my hell, no. All the philosophies that involve can and can't do, are and are not, based on the color of skin, is racism, racists. So when this happened, you hear it's racist, you killed the black man, the cop killed the black man, it's racist, it keeps happening, that's racism. But you don't fix it by saying, by blaming all white people and turning it into a white people problem, because that means that you've designed your philosophy based on skin colors. So now you've become the racist. So you're trying to fight racism with racism. Okay? So that's not it's just going to keep cycling around. It's not going to work. I mean, how many thousands of years now have we been a species that's racist? It's on and on and on. I'm going to fix the problem by saying they're not the bad race. These ones are. It's not race. There's the human race. We're all the same race. Okay? The word is ethnic. Ethnic groups. What ethnicity, what ethnic group are you? But even within ethnic groups, like, I want you guys to start noticing it's not just with race, it's with everything. Anytime you're so hasty as to develop things, to develop philosophies based on, everybody this and everybody that, everybody that listens to that kind of music, this, everybody that's in that religion, that, go notice, like within any family, with any group, there's a whole variety of people. There's people in the background that don't have anything to say. There's people doing all just talking. There's energetic people. There's people that's not energetic. There's athletic people. There's not athletic people. All within the same group every time, no matter what group you're talking about. Okay? So like, let's not do that. Let's not group people together. So the definition of ego, the definition of ego is to separate, separatedness. Anytime you're separated from the whole, that's ego. Some people say, no, it's not. Well, that's because they're listening to Freud and stuff like that. The psychologists have a different definition for ego. A lot of people don't realize that. When I say ego, I mean like what the mystics and through meditation and the Buddha and all this, ego, okay? So ego is when you separate from the whole, So anytime you do that, you're just going to have to later learn that you did it the wrong way. And anytime your philosophies are based on separating, it's the difference between positive thinking and negative thinking. It's just in like an aspect of negative thinking to be a racist. But if we believe in ourself, we would know that ourself is everybody. We're all aspects of the same person. Because we reincarnate over and over again to try it again. When you see somebody that can't do something and they're doing a bad job, that was you 3 lifetimes ago, or maybe that was you 3 days ago. But it's just like a lot of times we take for granted. Like you go online and like for even just with my YouTube channel, holy cow, you go back in time and give my YouTube channel to someone 300 years ago. Do you realize they would become the ruler of the entire planet, right? But yeah, there's like so many channels as good as mine that it's like, it's just another channel. Nowadays, there's just so much information. There's so many ways we can learn how to be powerful and effective. And then even if we just barely dabble into it, we get all this stuff and then we start thinking we're better than other people, So it's just like, it's that, So like I have a bunch of tattoos. You've seen all my tattoos. Like you hear these people, these people trying to get a job with all these tattoos. Let's look at their face when people do that. When people gather together, nowadays you see people, they group together and they're like, oh, what should we talk about as a group? What should we talk about as a group? Let's find a group of people that we all blame our problems on and talk about it to make ourselves feel good about ourselves. 8 times out of 10, that's what people want to talk about. They want to figure out who the group doesn't like altogether, talk about them to make themselves feel good as a group and as individuals. They're not using their brain to unify, they're using their brain to separate. Okay, so it's not just racism. Racism is just an aspect of negative thinking. It's positive thinking versus negative. Let's be positive. And within the realm of positivity is love and compassion and unity and things like that. So racism is no, and even like the dog, like you're all like, well, the dog race is a different race, well, that's true. Dogs are a different race than humans are. Centipedes are a different race than humans are. Butterflies are a different race than humans are. But black man Charlie down the road and Chinese man Jimmy down the block are not a different race than I am. But the caterpillar is, and the horse is, the zebra is, So there are different races, but not within the same race. You guys, come on. Race is species. Race. We're all running the same race, the journey of life.